Hi, this is Will, and you're watching Cardboard Minute. We're going to be taking a look at Messina 1347. This is a game designed by Vladimír Suchý, and in it we are trying to save the peoples of Messina during the period of the Black Plague. There are rats that are coming in on ships and bringing plague, infecting citizens. We are trying to kind of spirit them away to our estate where we have quarantine cabins, and there they will stay until we know that they are cured, and then we'll attempt to rid the plague and rid the rats from the city and repopulate. It is a Euro-style worker placement game, and it can be played with 1 to 4 players. I will be doing a slightly different format than usual. I'm going to be doing a kind of a teach while you play type of experience, while I will play through a full solo game, and while I'm playing I'll walk you through what I'm doing and why I'm doing, how I'm doing it, so you get to both see the entire solo gameplay, but you also see how the rules kind of work at the same time. And then afterwards, you can check the timestamp. I will give my full review at the end. So let's begin. So here I have the game set up for 2 players. We are going to the first round, and you'll see I have 2 meeples here for the AI player because they will unlock new meeples as the rounds progress, not in the same way that player will get them. And each round, based on this handy chart, will tell you essentially what you're doing for setup, as well as some of the rules for the round. So at the start, first player is determined randomly, and then later on determined by different orders of the books and who has the lead on those. A boat, whether a new area comes out or not, and whether cubes get added, people, and how much cubes get, or the plague cost to be removed. So we're going to reveal a compass, and it is the kind of workshop symbol. So we're going to add a boat over here, and I think we're cropped a little closely. I'll see if I can move that over a little bit. And then we're going to rotate the wheel randomly here. And from now on, we're going to go clockwise on the wheel. So for our first round, we're starting off with the rats facing to the right are going to have cubes. So we're going to add one here, here, and over here. I believe that's all of them. And then we're going to add people based on the color. So clergy is going to be added to light blue. So we have 1 infected. We have the workers are going to get added to beige. So we have an infected worker here as well. And then the guards are going to be added to the orange. And none are infected. That is handy. Okay, and then we're going to begin. So we're going to take turns. At the start, we're placing workers from our supply, but later on, we will be moving workers off the board. They will never leave the board unless you choose to take an action where they leave the board, in which case you will only just get 1 coin for leaving. It's not an ideal action, because you're missing out on better stuff, but I'm going to mention that now, so just in case I never end up doing it. And then the AI will take a turn, and their actions are all on these little door tokens, and each of these are associated with one of the tiles of the game. So they will essentially be randomly placing out as a method of blocking things. And they will also remove building tiles and whatnot to kind of keep the market fresh. So I will get to go first. So I can place it anywhere to start. I have no materials at the beginning at all. You start off with, literally nothing. So I think we are going to have to go rescue this worker. He's right at the beginning here. I'm going to stand my meeples up and then lay them down at the end of the round, because that shows that they have been used as when they're standing up. So normally I would lay them down for a playthrough just so that it's more visible by the camera, but I need to differentiate that because it does matter whether they're lying down or not. So I can go here. There is no cubes to fight, which is good because I have no flames in order to rid the cubes. If I was to take an action there and not remove the cubes, I'd have to take a rat. And if I had to take a worker that existed when there was a play cube there, they would have to go to the quarantine cabin over here and wait for a couple rounds. So I think instead I'm going to go and take him, and we're going to place him. I can go straight into one of these windows. So maybe I'll place it over here. So you cannot place workers that are sick, so if they or suspicious, like if they've been quarantined, meaning if they came from an area with a cube, they have to go to the quarantine cabin. And at the end of the round, they advance, and then they can leave and go to your central board or one of the side buildings. But since he came from a clean region, he can go straight in. And then I will get a coin and a wood. And then the AI is going to go, and he is going to place up here. He's going to remove a cube, as he always is automatically, which bumps him forward on the track. Remove the worker, basically just blocking things. I should maybe work on getting some ways to fight the fire here because I don't really have any. I could go and build right away. Do I have a building I could do? I have wood and a coin now. I could go build the hut that gives me flames, which would allow me to burn plague. Plague costs 1 flame to burn right now, so that could be beneficial immediately. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I'm not getting flames right away if I do that. That's potentially a problem because I would love to take a worker and maybe a book or something and get that extra meeple unlocked. But I have no flames to be able to do that. So I could go here and just get a double flame, which allows me to burn a cube in a region and in a neighboring region. Or later on in the game, burn a single cube, but that's probably not a great idea. So you can see the actions are just on the little windows here. And what do I want to work towards? I need flames to fight cubes. There's enough workers out here. I probably don't need to take flames right away. Although I love to be able to build something like this building and get some advanced things immediately. Okay, so let's... we'll let the AI decide for now. So we're going to go here. We'll advance on this book. Take the clergy member and put them maybe on the flame section over here. Okay, the AI is going to go. And, they're taking that red book area that I wanted. Yep. So they are removing a cube, which means they're advancing on this track. And they're also removing the soldier or the guard large building. So the guard large building is this one. So that one has been removed. Okay, and now it's on to me. Do I go ahead and build right now? I could build and put that clergy member instead of here straight in. I could... Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll take the guard. I'll put him in here for now. And then I'll take the build action. And I'm going to spend wood. And take this and we'll just build it straight into here. And I can go ahead and move from this region to a building. I can't move back, but I can move it from this region to a building at any time. Because they're cured. They can always move forward, they can't move backwards. So forward would be from the map to their quarantine cabin if they're in the presence of the cube, or onto your state. or you can move them to a craft building, or you can then repopulate later on. All right, the AI is going to go now, and they are taking the scroll. Okay, there is no scroll yet. So they're going to do the construction or scroll. There's none of that yet, so we're going to keep digging until we find a building that matches something. I've taken that building. All right, so we're going here. We're moving cube there. I'm never going to beat them on that track. And then that is the end of the round. That's all my workers. So we're going to lay down all the workers. And at around, okay, so we're going to produce. So I have nothing here. I'm producing 1 flame. Wish I could use to burn cubes. And let's see, nobody advances because nobody's sick. We're going to move the round marker down. And I am still first player because I have the most of that book type. Let's say we've laid everybody down. We are then going to kill any workers who still live where there is plague. So there are none. And then we go and repopulate for the next round. So we're adding a boat to the clergy area. We are going to advance this. So now standing rats are going to get cubes. Oh, have we had a new tile yet? We need to add a new tile. First, we've added a boat. We need to add a new tile now. So this is going to be clockwise in an open space from where that boat landed. So it's going to get placed here. And okay, now we're going to add cubes. So I'm going to go ahead and add cubes anywhere where there's a standing rat. So we have one here, here, and there. Okay, now we're adding the nuns or the clergy to the pink. So we're there, and that's not good. Some of them are going to be sick. And the blue is getting workers. There and there. There's just 2, and beige is getting the guards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. I am first player. So now I have to stand up. I get to move 1 space for free. I could move an additional spaces by spending coins. So I would like to take this action, but he's here, although he has not moved yet. So I could go in there and do that. I mean, I also want to get the red book advanced so I can get my meeple. I can always choose to spend a coin to advance, a coin per meeple I have to advance. So that's possible, but that's also expensive. And I only have 1 coin. So I think we're going to move in here, take an additional coin, and then we're going to advance one of these tokens. We're going to move him up, activate the flip, so I'm going to flip this clergy member so I get more flames next time. Okay, then it's the AI's turn. Let's see, the flame and coin. Flame and coin is out. Okay. So they're going to move the closest over there, fighting more cubes. Good for them. I'm so far behind on that track, which is probably okay. And what do I want to do now? I could still go over there. Maybe I'll do that. I'll stand up, go over here, pick up this worker. And for now, place him over here. Over here. And then take the red book action. Okay, then the AI's turn. double wood. Okay, stand up, move for double wood. And then my last worker. I could go claim one of these workers, fight a flame. I do have enough coins I could get a little farther. I don't have enough to get to the boat. 1, 2, 3, no. Oh, I guess 3 and a 1, 2. There's no boat over here. I could go into the center to get more materials. I think instead I'm just going to go and fight over here. So we're going to stand up, move over here for free, spend that flame to fight the plague, move up, get a coin, and get the flame back, essentially. And the worker I'm going to take, I have lots of construction guys, I'm going to take the guard and move him into the quarantine cabin. Okay, and the AI is going to move over to the switcher, not the witcher, the switcher, and remove that. Okay, that is the end of the round. Now it's time to produce. So quarantine cabin has nothing in it. Over here, I'm going to get a point for my upgraded priest or nun. And then I am going to do that action. So I'm going to get 2 single flames, which is handy. I can start kind of moving in anywhere I want now. And then we advance. And that's it. So we move down. Whoever's first in the blue track, so the AI is going to go first. We're going to lay everybody down. And now we're going to add a boat. So it's going to the double flame area. So over here. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the boats need cubes too. Because it matters if the cubes run out. That could be a problem. Okay, and then we are going to add a new region clockwise from where the boat is. So here we have the scroll location. So when I take the scroll action, it's going to allow me to raise my cubes over here on the in-game scoring area. So here you'll be able to raise the amount of scoring for the things in the bomb. Now I'm playing with the A side, so this will be symmetric for each player, but the opposite side of that will have some more unique scoring. So here we have, and I think you can probably see it in the camera. So here we have up to 6 different buildings. So either the large craft buildings or the quarantine cabins. Here we have different boats, and there's a bonus if you manage to rescue 2, 4, 6 boats, you immediately get a move on here. And then here we have repopulation. So repopulation multiplied by the number of times you've done it and some additional points. So there's a fair amount of points to be had there. Taking that action will probably be key later. Okay, so we've added a new location. Now we're going to add some cubes. So the rat wheel is going to spin, and then we have rats looking left. So we're going to add a cube here, 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 and here. And we're going to add, let's see, none. Oh yeah, I forgot people have to die. So let's, I don't think there were any cubes remaining after last round. No, there were not. Okay, so that's not a problem. All right, so now we're going to nuns to orange. Here and here. We're going to add workers to pink. And then we're going to add guards to blue. Here, oops, he's upside down. And there's just a 2 blue. Okay, so AI is going first this time. They're going to place on, this building's not out yet, wood and coin. Okay, I will move the closest one in. Move up here again. Oh boy. Need to fight more fires. Now it's my turn. Okay, let us advance up here. We're going to pay a flame to remove the cube, and that's going to advance us here, and we're going to get a bonus on the red track. And then I'm going to take the worker and go here, and then I'll do the action, advance here, and this lets me flip a token. So I'm going to flip this token over, so I will get some extra benefits from moving him. And you can see there's a kind of a crazy chart that shows how many of those actions you get to take. It's not too complicated. I'll explain them as you do it. Basically, they're connected, or arrow just points to region. Times 2, you only get to do 2 in that region instead. Okay, so that was my action. Next, we're going to construct. So the AI is going to move over here. Fight the cube again. I don't know if there's any way to beat the AI in that track. I have never been able to catch up to the AI once it starts moving on that track. Okay, now I have to move. Do I want to go fight things? Maybe I should go for boats, because I'm only 2 away. I could burn the boat. That could give me extra actions later. Yeah, let's, I don't usually try the boat. Oh, you know what? Or the red and get the extra meeple. Yes, let's do that. Stand up. Take the guard. We'll move him here. And then the red, so take that, and I get an extra meeple. So I'll get a whole nother turn this round. Perfect. And I'll be able to place it anywhere. Alright, AI is going to the flame. Single flame down here. Take the worker. And then it's my go. So let's... advancing would be pretty handy. Yeah, let's go over here. Stand up. And do I want a worker? I have no wood left. Or I could go over here and get wood. That might be better. But I want to build up. I want to put some things in the quarantine cabins. I want to build something. Where can I build? Fighting would not help anything right now. That's fine. Okay, I'll just go there. So I get a coin. I get advance, and I get to take one of those workers. So I think I'm going to take clergy member because I have lots of those other workers. Advance up here, and I can do 2 things in this region. The flip could be nice, but I think I'm going to take the wood and the coin. So that way I can build for the other action. And we are going to build... I only have 1 wood. I could put a quarantine cabin in, and then they start doing things right away. But I have enough people. I could just move somebody in. Another upgrade clergy would be nice. The coins and fire. But the coins and points, or just coins. What I have coming to me, I have a guard coming. Oh, that one's 2 woods. I can't build that one anyways. What am I talking about? So, since I don't have a lot of sick people, let's advance my coinage. I think coins are going to be good here. So, spend a wood. I'm going to take this, place it here. And then I'm going to take one of these guys out of here. I'm going to take the flipper out. And I'm going to add him in. Okay. That is the end of that turn. The eye has no more actions yet. I have 1 more meeple. So I'm going to go ahead and place him right on the docks and fight the fire. Take the boat. That's going to give me 3 coins. Where can I put them over here? Nope, here, I'll put it over here. So I got lots of money now. And I need to start moving up on that track. Okay, that is the end of the round. So now quarantine cabins are going to produce. There are none. We're going to produce over here. So 2 single flames, 1 coin, and a point. Then the quarantine cabin is going to progress, so he is free and he's going to come out. And then we are going to move the round number down, so the eye is getting another player. And now it's going to be based on highest points goes first, so that is me because the eye has no point tracker. We lay down all the workers. We kill anybody that are still plague. I think it's just the 1. And then we move on. So we're going to add a new boat to the guard region up here. We're going to add a new area. It's going to come in up here. And then we are going to add plague. So let's rotate. So rats facing to the right. And there's a lot of those. So right, none, right, none. Oh, okay, there wasn't as many as I thought. Oh, there's another one over here. Okay, I think that's it. And then we're going to add people. So none's on pink. Workers on orange. And guards on beige. All right, so next round I am first player. Oh, I didn't lay down my guy. And maybe we should build some more. I got lots of flames. Let's do that. So we'll stand up here, fight the fire, move up. I get to advance. So we're gonna move this guy forward. So this is the bonus. I haven't done the actual action yet. Move this guy forward. We are going to trigger, I guess, 2 things here. So coin in woods. And then we're going to do the build action. And I haven't necessarily been doing all the things down here. And I apologize, I've not been doing all of the boats and stuff. I guess I only missed the boat. Okay, we'll just remove a boat to show that. Okay, so I'm going to spend a coin, and I'm going to build this quarantine building. Okay, so that's my 2 actions here. I still have a woods. And then I'm going to pick up someone who is going to come in sick. So since I'm taking doubles, you know, yeah, let's move one of these guys in here to the quarantine cabin. And then I do the actual action. So here's a coin. And I'm going to advance again, the same one. And he's going to give me a little bit more options of either side. So I can do 2 things on the corner here. Oh, notice I do 3 things because he's upgrades. 2 + 1. So I can take this. Ooh, here we go. Okay, spend a coin to get up in the red track. I'm going to take a scroll in boats. And then, ooh, should I build? Or do I want to take more materials? Yeah, let's build. Okay, so we're going to spend a coin. And we're going to build this building over here. Okay, all right. That was a big turn. Now the AI is going to go, and they are going to take the choice of book action, which does not exist right now. So some of these actions are just not on the board yet, either because of randomization or because they haven't been flipped over and revealed yet. So we're going to reset. We are going to go to the upgrade guy. Who is this on the board? I don't think so. Oh, he is on the board. Okay, so AI is going to go up here. He's going to remove. I don't remember whether he removes them both or one. I think he just removes one. We'll do the one that's been here the longest. No, it would be the none. Okay, and then it's back to my turn. We could. Here, let's go move, spend a coin to move further, spend a flame to remove that cube, and go up on this track, put the none down here, and take 2 woods. Okay, AI is going to move to the church book. Oh no, he's already gone. So move up here, remove this guy, and he's going to remove the clergy building. Okay. Now it's my go. Hey, it would be nice to upgrade that guy, but it's not going to happen now. I don't think I should take. I got more flames left. Let's stand up. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a guy here, but I am fighting fire. So moving up, and I get a wood for doing that. And then I'm going to move up on the red. Oh, sorry, red track. And I could spend 4 coins because I have 4 workers to move up again. That would be expensive. So we'll wait a second and see. All right, AI is going to move to fire and woods. These are all standing, so he's going to go up here. Remove that. Move the guy. And nothing else. And then it's my go. 1 guy left unless I decide to pay for more. I think I forgot to put a cube over here. I think I'm gonna, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend. It's gonna cost me 4 coins. Okay, so start my turn because I have 4 guys out to advance here and get that last worker. So he's gonna come with, and we're going to stand and go over here. Pick this guy up. Add him over here. And we're going to take the scroll action and upgrade the boats. Sure. Okay, then the AI is going to take the one I just did. So no, sorry, you can't do that. Choice of books is not out yet. Red book is taken. Coin and flame. Is coin and flame taken yet? Coin and is down here. So he's going to go down here and remove someone. Okay, that is the end. Oh no, I have my last worker now because I paid for more. This is exciting because now I can do more things like build, or what I would love to do is advance on a track. I'm going to advance. I'm going to go over here and advance this guy. So he gets to do 3 things. because it's a plus, so he gets 2+1 actions over here. So I'm going to do the flip one over here. I'm going to do the pay a coin to move up on the red book. And I'm going to do the scroll or the build. I'll put something here. I've got a lot of wood now, and building would be quite nice. Yeah, maybe I'll build. So I'm going to spend 2 wood. I'm going to build a wagon. So wagons are just kind of separate, but I can use them once per round to repopulate an area. And there's a lot of points in the repopulation. So we're hoping that'll be good. Okay, now it's the end of the round. I have one more worker than the eye does. So let's go through this. So the quarantine cabins, I'm going to get a wood from this quarantine cabin. I'm going to move this guy over here for the construction cabin before we activate that. Then I'm going to get 2 single flames. Oops. 2 coins. A wood. And a point. And then because of my upgraded workers, 2 more points. Alright, now we're going to progress in the quarantine cabins. We're going to advance the round. We're going to lay down our meeples. And we're going to kill anybody with their cubes. So this person dies of the plague. And everyone's pretty happy still. Oh, you know, I forgot to put a double plagues last round. Shoot. Sorry, guys. You know, let's just do that now. I don't know if it would have affected anything. So I messed up. There was a double plague. I should have advanced twice. So the upright rats. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. And I didn't take any of those actions. So it did not actually affect me at all. So that should be okay. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. So, but it would have killed more workers. Would have died from this. And I can't remember whether they remove cubes from here or not. I feel like they removed from one of them. Probably not this one. So we'll move them up again. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're caught up. So sorry about that. Okay, now we are going to rotate. So we're only adding 1 cube this time. So rotate, and it's right turn order is based on red book, which is me. Right, we're going to add a new boat. Sorry, I can get all flustered from that mix-up. And we're going to add boat to here. Cube. We add new location clockwise, so ran over here. And we cycle the buildings. Switch. So we're going to add the second era of buildings now, which are more a focus on instant things, because we know that you're not going to be, or the game knows you're not going to be producing a whole lot in the last 2 rounds of games. It doesn't make sense to do a lot of production, so are making new buildings. So these buildings are like one-time use things, which are pretty handy. Okay, then we add cubes, so I've already rotated. So facing to the right rats. So here, there. Okay. And then nuns on beige. Workers on blue. And guards on pink. Okay. So, back to actions. It is my turn. Cubes now take 2 flames to remove this round, but you get 2 points for doing that. So I only have 2 flame tokens available. So I'll be careful of that. And kind of want to... I kind of need to do some boats. That's one thing I was going for. All right, let's do it. So stand up. Oh, but I need to get more flame stuff in order to make it work. How do I get more flames? Or do I just take rats? I mean, I could just take rats, right? Okay, so stand up, move over here. 2 flames to fight the cube. Move up here. Take a boat. It's going to give me 3 coins. And, oh yeah, it's because I got my second boat, I can do a free move here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to advance up to here. It's the last spot. I can do 3 things of my choice from any window. So we are going to take a scroll. We are going to take a... yeah, I think we're going to take a pay a coin, because I got lots of coins for a red here, because that moves up to 8 points. And for the third thing, do I want to build 2, 3, 4? I could build a new wagon, could be useful. Oh, no, I already did the scroll action. I could take a flame. But do I want to take a flame? I want to repopulate. I haven't really looked too closely at repopulation. So, let's see here. Before I decide my last thing, let's... I probably have enough resources to repopulate almost anything. So let's... Oh no, maybe not. We'll split. We'll do a wood and a coin. Okay, so I should think about what I want to repopulate. Because I have lots of workers, but I need to decide where I'm going to go. So, probably not somewhere with plague cubes. There's no cubes being added next round. So, see, I could go here. I have the workers I need. That'd be 15 points. That's probably a good one. 19, I don't want to necessarily lose a worker yet, and I can't fight fire. Okay, anyways, the AI has a turn. They're going over to the single scroll building over here. They're going to remove some cubes and things. And they're also removing a wagon. So the points are actually getting worse now. Okay, back to my turn. I still have no things. I think I need more boats, but I also need scrolls. I need lots of stuff. That scroll's taken. Let's work on my scrolls for now. So we're going to stand up. We're going to bump my boat scrolls up the rest of the way. Yep. Okay. Our AI is going to go to the single flame location. So the closest meeple is moving here. Yeah, they're going up again. Mostly just blocking stuff. And then it's my turn, so I think we want to move this guy. 1, 2... so free move and then a coin. So free move and then a coin. I'm going to have to take a rat because I don't have any flames. Let's take a little rat token. And get 2 coins and a point immediately. Okay. AI is going to go to the double wood area over here, take this guy, and also remove the worker cabin. And now it's my turn. I do want to repopulate. I don't want to get rats though. Would have been nice to repopulate here. How many points is this worth? 8. 14, but then I get a rat, and I don't have the guy I need anyways. You know what, let's just go for boats. So we're going to stand up, go for 1, spend a coin to go a little farther, take a rat because I don't have the ability to fight that fire. Then I get a coin and 2 points. And I get to do a free move here. So I've already moved my double guy up all the way, unfortunately. If I want to move up here, it would cost me $5. And I don't have enough to do it too many times. So let's move up here, and I get to do a build action. I'm going to spend 2 wood and take another wagon. Okay, so those are some in-game points. And that's my turn. Alright, they're taking the build action. Build. Down here. And then for my last action, I should probably build somewhere. Preferably somewhere with no plague. So I don't have to take a rat, but I'm really far away. Which is not good. Up here, I could build over here. I don't have enough. Oh, I do have an upgraded worker, but no, I don't. No, I do, but he's giving me a wood and a point. So he's getting 2 points because I have to get rid of him. 2 points versus 11. But if I get an extra rat, it's going to scale. I have 3 rats. So 3 rats is only losing 1 extra point. So maybe I shouldn't worry about the rats too much yet. Yeah, might as well just go there here. So I'm just going to stand up. I'm going to use one of my wagons. And so instead of taking the action, I can flip a wagon to send healed workers in order to go and repopulate that area. So it's going to cost me a coin and one of these guys and one of those guys. And I get to put my little house thing here. So if another player uses that area, I get 2 points. And I'll get the 8 points at the end of the game, which is pretty nice. I don't get to the action. I am going to be taking a rat because the area is not healed. And if more cubes get added, I also get a rat. Okay, that is the end of the round. So now quarantine cabinet is going to produce. I'm going to get a wood. These are going to produce, so I'm going to get 2 flames, a coin, a wood, and a point, and then 2 more points. So 3 points. All right, then they advance. So Healy's going to break loose. And he's going to come out as well. And then we advance around. AI gets their last worker. We are going to kill anybody where there's plague. which is not great. Oh, look at all these people. Oh, so much death. Okay, that's it. Then we're going to advance token. So first place is based on that track. It's me again. We're going to add the last boat. It is going to come out on this harbor. We are going to add the last location, which clockwise around is going to be over here. And then no more rats come out and no more people come out. But it still takes 2 to get rid of existing plague, which I have. All right, so before we start, I should lay everybody down. And I would love to take that boat, but it's pretty far away. Yeah, maybe before the AI does, because I have a lot of points riding on that. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. Oh, actually, sorry. Stand up. Free. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 coins. And I take a rat. Oh no, I can burn it. Nope, we're burning it. We're moving up, which is going to give me an advance on a track, and I'm going to do that one. So I'll get back to that in a second. I'm going to take the boat and get me a coin and 2 points. So this track, because I moved up, I get a immediate action from any of the basic window actions. So that could be potentially pretty powerful depending on what I want to do. But what do I want to do? I could move up the red again for additional 5 points. That could be good. Double flame will allow me to fight more things, but the next bonus is just a point, so that's not ideal. I could do the jump. The jump it and trigger, which will allow me to do just one thing over there. So that's not hugely amazing. That'll let me bump up the scrolls. I do want to return some people. Oh yeah, I never refunded this. I do want to bring some people back home. Scroll action, house action. Yeah, I guess I'll take the, because I can do it for free. Let's do the jump and a trigger. So jump and trigger, and I'll take the spend a coin to move up in the red book track. 17 points is not bad. Okay, AI. He's going to take that action. So it's a good thing I moved. And I guess I can't take it anymore anyways. Now, repopulate. That would have been a good one to repopulate. I could. This was a lot of points, but I would lose a lying down guy. So I lose out on the whole action. I could jump over here and do this one. So that'd be 2 coins. 2 coins over here. Get the guy. And then I'm going to repopulate. So it's going to cost me a coin. And a clergy and an upgraded worker. And then that is going to repopulate this. Spin a wagon. Okay, next. Alright, they're taking the coin and the thing action. So remove a cube, go up, and they're going to remove a quarantine cabin. Sure, whatever. Alright, now I do want to try to get some more points here for stuff. I have lots of wood. I have one more good upgrade, so maybe we'll go for the double wood one. That's probably the best. But it's going to wipe out a lot of my board, but that should be it should be fine. So stand up, move 1, and then move another. Spend me a colossal coin. And I'm going to spend 2 wood. And that's going to cost me, let's see here, worker, one of these guys, and 2 nuns. I'll take my upgrade nun. And that's going to allow me to repopulate this area. Okay, AI is going to go to wood and coin. And he would remove a boat, but there are none. We're going to have to randomize these again. Alright, I have 2 actions left. Can I even repopulate anything else? I have a couple of 3 workers and a soldier. I could do this one. No, I don't have the coins for that. I could repopulate. I have only 1 soldier, so I can't do that one. No. Oh, no. I don't have the upgraded nun. I could do this one. I don't have the coins for this one. But maybe I could get there. We'll see. Maybe one of these. If I go to get a coin now. Although I don't have far to go. Coins. I could. You know what? I'm just going to stand up and take that action. Because now I'll be getting 1, 2, 3, additional 6 points. Maybe 8 points. Okay, anyways, we'll go with that. The AI is going to go on fire and woods. Over here. Okay, he still has 1 more action left. This is my last action in the game. What can I build? I can build... Nope. I could do this one or this. Oh, no, I can't do that one. I can do this one. I think that's all I can do. So stand up, move, pay coin. It's my last coin. Spend 1 of each of these guys. Put a building there. And use my last wagon. Wait, did I use a wagon already? No, I did 1. Did I do 2 last round? I did. Maybe I already... I can't remember. Did I forget to flip a wagon? I did 1. You know what? I don't know if I can do it. Sorry, I'm probably screwing everything up here. But I think I'm forgetting that I didn't flip a thing over already. So that's probably going to mess me up. Because, yeah, I think I forgot. Yeah, I must have forgot. Anyways, instead, we should... he was here. No, he was... I don't even remember where he was anymore. Okay, well, someone's probably going to correct me because I have mixed up. I know I didn't get a coin. Somewhere along the line, I probably mixed up and forgot to flip something. So I could... I'll just go build. Maybe I can't lie down, but I can build a thing. I'm going to spend 2 wood to take this one, put a guy in it right away, and get reds, okay, whatever, and then 3 points. And then that would flip because it's instant. Okay, All right, we'll move on to endgame scoring because that is it. So we have the books. Get 3 points here. I'm not in the lead, so I don't get the extra 5. 17 here. 6, 36. And then nothing here. And then for these buildings, we have, let's see, 19, 24, 34, 34, 40, and then 10, 20, 30. So we are at, let's use a token here. We're at 50, 70 points. Okay, then we're going to have, so this is, since this is solo, we get in-game bonuses based on how many places we've repopulated. So we've repopulated 3, so we'll get 7 points. Normally it's a comparison of who did the most, but in this case it's just a straight 7. Okay, leftover resources. I don't have enough to do anything. And then we have the minus points for rats. Right, rats should have reduced me for that as well. I forgot. 1, 2, 3. Rats reduced me there first, and then also negative points. So I have 3 rats. That's negative 2 points. And then we have the endgame scoring here. So I get 2 points for each of those. So that's 6, 28. And then for boats, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats. Times 6 is another 30. So we're at 50. So we're at 108 final score. Okay, I know I messed up a couple of little things there, but let's head back up to the top and I'll give my review. All right, so I hope that shows you how the game plays. I know I probably forgot to flip something somewhere or made some rules goof, so I apologize for that. But you should be able to get a pretty good idea of either how it plays solo or multiplayer, and also a good sense of the rules as well. So having said that, let's break it down. So first, we're going to take a look at just the components of the game. I did add, my usual little containers because there's a lot of small bits in this game. The workers and things are not your meeple workers, but the various workers and people and citizens you can acquire are very small. You do have to make sure that you don't flip them by accident to their upgrade sides, because it can happen. So just be careful of that. So there's just a ton of little pieces in the board, but because of the matte finish and everything, the linen finish, things don't really slide around. So it's not really a big issue. Just be careful you don't bump the board as usual. There's not a massive amount of little tiny things, and the stuff that really matters nestles in nicely that you might bump the most. It kind of works well. The visuals, like the art is pretty nice. Like it's pretty sparse, but it works. The board is, does have some nice art to it, and everything is competent and well done. There's not a whole lot of places to showcase the art, so that's fine. But they don't recycle art for different areas. Everything is unique and different, which is good. The graphic design is very clear and legible everywhere. The iconography makes sense. There's really not that much of it either. For how complex the game is, the actions are actually very simple. It's only complex because of how things interlock. So that works well. Everything, like I said, the iconography is great. The way the actions and stuff are laid out works well. The board is clean. The player aid is very functional, and it will help you walk through both endgame scoring as well as how the rounds work, as well as some of the other the most fiddly things like the bonuses on the wheel. is probably the most singular fiddly thing in the game to explain, but it shows it quite nicely. So that is important. So all that works quite well. Now, as far as the actual gameplay goes, so this solo mimics a 2-player game. I'll get into more specifics of the solo in a minute. But I have played this with player counts, and I will say that the game scales very well at all player counts, largely because the map expands and changes based on the player count, and there is layouts in the rulebook to show how that works and where the placement goes, as well as certain tiles that you add or remove from the game, kind of based on that. So it does scale very well. It will, because of the randomization of the layout, make it so that you're potentially, a little more strapped for coins because you have to travel a little bit farther. But that just makes the interaction between players more meaningful because, like a worker placement, any worker placement game, you are taking actions that other people want. But this also means that because there's a spatial element to the actions moving around the board, that you have to be very careful about, blocking each other or not being blocked. How far people can move based on how much coins they have available. You might be able to either block them in, or you want to get to the action that you want sooner just in case they take it. And as the game expands, there will add alternate actions, essentially different ways to get scrolls or movements on your wheel or things like that are necessary to progress, but not always readily available. Oh, I forgot to add the last points for my wagons. Okay, anyways, so going back to so the actual gameplay, the flow of the game, I will say, is probably one of the most unique selling points of the game, where it ramps up in Plague, and then you have that end game where there's no more Plague being added, but you are trying to repopulate the city. If you repopulate too early, because you can repopulate like almost right away, there's nothing stopping you from probably round 2. I doubt you could do it round 1, but maybe round 2, building a wagon and sending people back. But you know what? You're going to be at risk of getting those Plague tokens added to your location and more rats showing up in your space and infecting your people. However, that might be a strategy, because now that you own that location, every time someone uses it, you're going to be getting bonus points. So that might balance that. Now, I haven't tried an early selling strategy, but now I'm curious to try it and see if it even works. So there's some very interesting balances like that. The way that the queues are handled and your poplar for fighting fire, having to put workers in quarantine. You can make them work in the cabins while they're there. But then when they come out and they're trained, now they are more experienced workers before you lose them or repopulate. So it's a little bit you have to unwind your engine per se in order to go repopulate and get those big ticket points. So the timing of that is very important, very unique. As far as, just continuing with the mechanics, I love being able to build special buildings and things. Is always interesting, as there's a little bit of engine building that happens there. And the way that, because it's like a multi-tiered, one-way passage engine building, that's also very unique. The fluctuating or the changing in-game scoring goals, because you can work on upgrading different things, and if you're fighting other players for those, it becomes a really nice kind of push and pull and see what our people are doing and trying to do things that they're not. It's also very interesting. And then this wheel, while I thought it would be really fiddly at first, the idea of moving out around and taking actions around it based on what people within your estate are doing is also a nice way to just trick bonuses. Like if you like combos in games where you take one action, but that gives you something else, and that gives you something else, and that gives you another thing. There's a lot of neat ways to kind of work towards building that. And I think the difference between just a good player and a great player in this game is going to be figuring out how to chain those actions in a way where you like advance on this track, which gives you a bonus action over here, which gives you a bonus action over there. which lets you build this thing, which lets you, move these guys over here. All those combos really just feel good and are fun to play. Now, we'll move on to theme, something that's just a little bit less fun. The whole theme of everything being infested with plague-ridden rats and having to essentially burn things down in order to be popular. I guess it makes sense that when you contribute to fighting the rats and fighting the plague, that does add popularity, and you're gaining popularity both the city and with the people and with the church. All those things are very thematic. Obviously in an abstracted way, but they tie in nicely. People being left behind where there's plague and they die in between rounds is, even though they're little tiny tokens, is almost gut-wrenching because you weren't able to save them. And the fact that ties in so closely to the theme where, if you go in and rescue people who are sick and don't fight the fire, it's not going to be popular. And those sick people can't work right away. They got to go in the cabins. But you can build specialty cabins to help them work there. So, the theme, again, is very interesting to be populating afterwards. I think Suchý always does a really good job at incorporating his themes into what would normally be very dry Euro games. He really kind of capitalizes on that concept of the thematic Euro. And while it's probably not as thematic as some, you can definitely kind of feel it here, and I think that works. A little bit of randomness thrown in from the wheel, adding different workers, different plague. You can't really control the spread of the plague or where people arrive from boats or carrying plague. New workers. So there's a little bit of almost like a human element that's been synthesized here, where you kind of how things are happening. All right, on to the solo mode. So looking at the solo, it's just a bunch of tokens. You are just flipping things over, blocking spots, and advancing on one track in order to see whether you beat that person or not from the high score, or on the popularity track. It's only those 5 extra bonus points, a little bit of keeping the market fresh or removing things, and you're essentially just pulling tokens until you find one that the AI can use, and then moving there, and that's it. While it being incredibly simple, and this is a high score game, you're essentially only after your own high score, and I think a lot of Suchý's AIs are like that. It's very similar to I think Underwater Cities, for example, or Praga, where workers essentially just move around and just block stuff. And, occasionally taking things. And you know what? That actually really works for me. While sometimes it's nice to play against an opponent that feels more natural in how they would act and actually compete with them for score. I think in a game like this, it's almost more refreshing to have the AI just get out of the way and just allow you to focus on the game. There are AIs that are almost too much work to incorporate and too much of a flow chart to decide what they're going to do next. And an example of that would be a lot of David Turksy's designs. While he is a brilliant solo designer to make lifelike AIs, sometimes they take significantly more time to administer than your own turns do, and that's kind of a problem when you just want to play a game. This type of AI, while you're not directly competing against it, does still make you feel like you played a game the way it would have felt with other players. And I like that, and I do think that is well done. So overall, I'm going to say that while this probably won't stand out as one of Suchý's greatest games, I think, Underwater City still has, the trophy for that. This is a very good entry into a thematic Euro in a theme that, while is not uncommon in the Euro-style board gaming scene, I think is rarely done this thematically and this well and this interesting. And so I think if you're looking for a medium heavy Euro that there's a lot of components. It's not too difficult to learn. There's kind of got a good sweet spot where the actions are simple, but there's a lot to consider at the same time. And some tight worker placement. I think that this would be highly desirable to play. I do highly recommend this game when looking for a decent depth Euro game or something with an interesting twist to worker placement. I think is, again, another excellent game. So, please let me know in the comments, what do you like about AIs? Do you think that a solo AI should be just a high score, or should be something that you compete directly against, or maybe something where the game is designed to not even be about score, about just being objective based? Maybe they should have added objectives instead, like, rescue this many people or rebuild this many cities. Let me know what you think. Also, if you like this format where I'm kind of explaining the rules a little bit more in depth as I play with no actual upfront game rules, let me know. Or if you prefer me explaining the full game at the start, let me know that too. We'll see how it works. So thanks again for watching. I'm Will, and this has been Cardboard Met.